that people from Latin America and the Caribbean probably started to come to New Jersey even earlier than we realize, maybe as early as the 1600s and 1700s. There was a lot of trade between the mainland United States or the colonies and the Caribbean. So it's certainly possible that some people were coming on ships from, the sugarcane industry in the Caribbean or from tobacco farms. We also know that there were Cuban cigar makers who were in places like Philadelphia. And so it's not hard to imagine that maybe some of them spilled over into New Jersey, into places.
To my mother, but our family's been rolling cigars in Cuba for 100 years. Well, they had the tobacco and they were doing the tobacco farms, and then during the Castro years, he took everything, and then if you wanted to live under communism, you left the country. That's why my parents came over here. New Jersey, Newark, back then was predominantly Cuban roots, and then when we came back, we stayed with our family. We just stayed here. My mother makes the blends, the cigar rollers roll it, and they make the cigar, they press it, then they make the roll of the cap, and then my mother tries it out. She likes the blend, she keeps on making it.
The majority of folks would have gone directly to New York, but some certainly came to New Jersey and settled here in northern Jersey primarily. But by the time of World War II and subsequent years, then there was an even larger scale migration of people coming from Puerto Rico to New Jersey. People were settling in places like Hoboken, Jersey City, Union City, mostly northern Jersey.
All right, well, Goya started in 1936 in New York City. A gentleman named Don Prudencio Unanue came to New York via Puerto Rico. He became an importer of Spanish products from Spain to sell to the Spaniards that lived in New York City. Then in 1958, it became Goya. So he started selling the product here. And then every time a group came into this country, we increased our product line. So Cubans came in, so we offered products for Cubans. And Dominicans came in and we offered products for them. Yeah, South Americans, Central Americans. We are just a family-owned business, and it's extended to not just the immediate family, but to all the employees. We call ourselves the Gran Familia Goya, the Great Goya family.
Well, look, I came here, my parents and I and my brother came to this country in 1962. As we grew up, more and more Hispanics started coming into the area. And this area always had the second largest concentration of Cuban Americans outside of Miami. So as I grew up, so did the community grew. I ran for mayor a couple of times, and I won. I was mayor here for about 12 years. Then during that time, I was also New Jersey Assemblyman and Speaker for 4. And then what happened was Senator Menendez got appointed to the Senate, and I decided to run for Congress. I'm chairman of the Western Hemisphere Subcommittee and the Foreign Affairs Committee. I deal with all of South America, all of Central America. I deal with all issues regarding all those countries. I helped start the first Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in New Jersey years ago when Governor Kane was governor. And I can tell you that the Hispanic businesses have grown immensely here in New New Jersey. Hispanic voters just keep growing and growing, quite frankly. I think as they stay here longer, they realize how important it is to participate in the process. And many of them understand that the process here in this country is sacred. You go and vote and nobody knows who you voted for, and you don't have to worry that the military is waiting for you outside after you voted. So they started to participate more and become citizens more and more.